I'm Molly Van Nostrand with Fastframe in Seattle, and I want to talk to you today about this great client that I do a lot of work with. And they brought this article, which was right here, and in the Wall Street Journal. And we got this far with it, which is kind of where a lot, you might just stop and say, well, that's the end of that, we're done with that. But we have set the precedent of doing some more fun things with them. One of the ways to make an otherwise mundane newspaper article really pop is with elevation and color. So we have Big Fish's corporate blue that we keep in stock for them. And this picture being the main picture of this particular article, we thought we would take and mount it on their corporate blue, and it's going to float out. So it looks like the picture in the article is popping out, and it won't hide any of the text at all. The other thing we did was take this illustration from the table of contents, and we're going to float it on the edge here, right in the corner, because we don't really need that little bug down there. And that'll pop up and float out. But the coolest thing is this little guy's the main character of this game. He's the hero. He's looking for his dog. So we cut him out with an X-Acto knife, and we're going to be popping him out, and he will really stand out, and it gives him some movement and some attention. And that will really make this article something special for the brag wall. Let me show you how we add elevation and movement to this article. We're going to start with, we have our piece of artwork that we're going to elevate off the center. And what we're going to add to that is a piece of 1/8" foam core. And we're going to attach it with some adhesive and just a little dollop of glue, just for security purposes. It's kind of like adhesive insurance. And it doesn't have to, it's smaller than the piece so that it's invisible to the naked eye. And that's going to go, and then we'll attach it with ATG and a little dollop of glue there. And then we're going to, this piece, the little piece from the table of contents, because it's already on top of the mat, is going to get a smaller elevation so that it's at the same level. And it's going to cut in, and these corners will almost touch. And then this little guy, we've added a piece of foam core on him, and he's going to go right there, and he's going to have a little bit of an overhang with a little bit of a visual space there. Visual space is great, it adds movement. Now we're going to put it all together and assemble what we call the sandwich. So we have mounted this newsprint onto black mat board, because the black mat board reduces the amount of the newsprint from the back side that will show through. And we line up our corners so that all the margins are straight, lines are even. And that looks fabulous. Then we're going to attach all these little pieces with our adhesive insurance. And our little, I believe he's a protagonist, gets mounted there. Yep, perfect. And then this one, this little guy will sort of float over the edge a bit. And this one we're lining up with the edges of the mat so that it will have even margins. Okay. And then we're going to put a backer on the whole thing. And this constitutes our sandwich. And this is the final pieces that everything goes together into the frame. Now, because we have all these fabulous little elevations that give us all the movement and the life and the color, what we need to do is we need to add spacers to our frame. We have put our glass in, and now we have prepared the same mat board that is on the cover is going to go, it gets adhered to the sides of the frame and gives us a really great shadow box effect. You know, you can use basic black spacers or something a little less labor intensive, but I don't think it gives quite as nice a finish. And when you put these in, what these do is these hold the glass up to the front of the frame and keeps the artwork towards the back of the frame. And that way you don't have glass smushed up against any artwork, and it's just a much better look. So now you see that you have the glass on the front, the glass spacers, and this is the hard part. The hard part is not getting it all in. The hard part, the part that takes up all the time, is getting the schmutz out. All the little black marks, all the little pieces of dust and debris that have accumulated as we've been going along. And it's nice if you have compressed air, which is the benefits of a frame shop. And see if we get lucky on the first try. That looks pretty good. And here's the finished article. If this were a cooking show, we would all be tasting how delicious this food is, but it isn't. So all we get to do is admire it and look at how fabulous it is. Thanks for watching.